Hello, welcome in everyone. I am Jenga, your artist for this evening, every evening, in fact, on this channel. Yeah. I wonder, as I was listening to the audio yesterday, if I bother actually loading this. Oh. Hey there, Hat. How's it going? How goes? Of course, there's an update on that. That's fine. So I've started. Oh. Something decided to update right when I switched over. I'm just gonna force close it because it's asking problems. It's causing problems and I don't like it. So, I am starting early today. They're the best. Oh, hi, Hat. Hi. I'm starting earlier today because I have something going on later this evening and I wanted to give myself enough time to do the inking for one Inktober, maybe two. I don't know. I just want to try and get through as much as I can. I only got one pencil done today, but it is possibly one of the harder scenes that it was going to be for me to put together because I don't know. We love updates, yeah. I don't normally do scary like themes like this, and I figured out the sketch and then I took the sketch and put the pencils on the paper. It lost a little bit of the energy, but I think I can get it back once I get it inked. So that is okay with me. Yeah. How is everybody doing? How is your Wednesday going? It does look like I might be able to do super secret release stream tomorrow. Hopefully, because work is pretty slow. My boss is actually gonna be gone. So, I just don't know if I can really have mic on most of the time because I'll still be at work. So I still need to answer phones. It's the most Wednesday that ever Wednesdayed. Oh no, Hat. That does not sound very good. That sounds like a really bad thing. Why does that sound so bad? Is it my perception of Wednesdays? It's been very busy. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm very ready for my projects to wrap up in a few weeks. Oh, so, and forget people exist. Oh dear. So like once a project wraps up, do you just have nothing for a little while? Is that how that works? No, I have a lot, but I'm gonna put it off for a few days and just breathe. Ah, I see. I get it. Well, let me move us over so we can start, because I gotta figure out the next warm up. And I don't know why it's been such a struggle, craggle, straggle pop. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I really want to put on and just jam with y'all like one of the playlists that I've been listening to, but I I don't think I can because everything would be copyrighted and I just don't want to deal with it. Well, maybe not all of it. I don't know. Probably most of it. So let me, you know what I'll do? I will do the chill herp. The chill horp. The chill horps. I woke up and my nose was super duper stuffy and I don't know why. What? Started so fast. There we go. Because then I can play, at least I can jam to my music on my end. So that I can get in the mood to do what it is I need to do. There we go. So let's move over. I'm gonna adjust some stuff here. Because I don't want y'all to hear. I don't want there to be a double playback. So I'm gonna do that. But then I'll put this up. Playing with sound is so rough. Okay. Let me know if the music is too loud. Let me know that. Pumpkin carving. So, oh, hi, B. Have fun with your pumpkin carving. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move my mic. Okay. I wonder if I do it like this. Let me know if I'm too loud too, because I adjusted some of the levels. I never know. I'm so bad at this. I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, I need to just have somebody come in. I need to pay them, and I need them to just set up the sound. Set up, like, get, like, literally, like, here's my money, and just do this, because this is all stuff that I don't understand, and, because I don't understand it, a lot of it just goes over my head. Just, like, zoom, zoom, fighter pilots all over Jenga's head. I need a good idea for something. So let me pull up my reference folders. Inspiration. I need to start. There's like so many things that I want to do for stream, like tiny, stupid things that just bring me joy, but like I just haven't done them yet. And I don't know why. 'Cause I'm lame, probably. I think that's what it is. I'm not lame. There's so much going on. And it's because I put a lot on me to have go on, but then at the same time, I don't do that much, so I don't know any mori. We need a yokai. We need a yokai. That's what we need. Or I guess I could just do like, you know what I haven't done? I haven't done a pumpkin thing yet. I have not done a pumpkin. That might be cute, right? Want to hear something crazy? Night! What is it? Did you know that I love you? Is that, because that can't be the crazy thing. That's the very normal thing. Oh my gosh! 2 years? It has not been 2 years. Get out. Please don't. But what? Holy heck. Oh my gosh. It's been, oh my gosh. I guess it has been. I feel like time has just gone by so crazy fast. And every time you're in California, I'm not. And when I'm in it, you're not. And it's not fair. It'll happen, although what? I should probably pull up references of pumpkins. That would be smart. Or I could just keep going. I think I know what a pumpkin looks like. I don't think I do. You did. You met Mel before you met me, but like I technically then also met Mel before I met you. So I don't know what we want to do about that. Do I want it to be a cat? I don't think I want it to be a cat, is the thing. What do I want on top of this pumpkin? What should I have on top of these pumpkins? Do you like dark indie music? Sometimes. I do, yeah. Right now, I'm honestly like, y'all get to listen to the wonderful thing that is Chill Hop Radio. I'm listening to a lot of copyrighted music, probably. I get addicted to Spotify's like, oh, here are suggested songs and stuff for you. So I am doing a listen of that right now. I mean, what could be on top of it? Or I could, oh, you know what I could do? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Got an idea here. I just made a playlist. Well, you can always send it to me and I can give a listen. Right? I do like some dark indie stuff. too. So we're gonna go like this. Yeah, I've seen the trend going around of like people just putting pumpkins on their head. And I don't know if it's like an over the garden wall thing that people are trying to pay homage to or what. But that's what we are playing around with here. You're feeling pumpkins today too a little too much. Oh no. I mean, B is carving. Maybe today is a pumpkin day, you know? Sydney dumps a bucket of 150 plus markers all over the table, sits down and inks. That's a lot. You sent it? Okay. Let me take a listen. I'm gonna do a little listen poo. Lissy poo here. Oh, this is your pumpkin. Oh my gosh. This is freaking awesome. Also, extremely terrifying. This is scary, but I like it. Why does this remind me of something that you were working on before? I can't remember what it was, though. I was trying to revamp my Dark Souls Pumpkin Queen. Oh, okay. Wait, so like there's a character that you can be in Dark Souls that's just a pumpkin? Do something like that, maybe? That just looks weird. That just looks weird. I wanted to write Dark Souls dark lore like the Dark Souls universe, so I made two. One was the story of Pumpkin Queen, and the other the Crow Knight. So stinky. Oh, thank you. It is cute. I don't know necessarily what the sea animal is wearing this thing, but you know what? We don't need all the answers. We really don't. We just need to bask in the cute. And just be happy and thankful for the cuteness. And do you got enough markers there, Simi? Do you need a few more? Let me know. I did that. I didn't need that part. Yeah. Probably not. Probably don't need that. I do want it to feel like it's an autumn day though, so why don't we like put in some leaves. Oh no, poor Cindy. Yeah. So another person that's been chilling out in stream last week or so, Scummy Bunny, she was like, "Oh, these are so cool. They're gonna make such great bookmarks." And I'm all like, "Bookmarks? Bookmarks? I wasn't planning to do bookmarks. I just wanted warm-up sketches." So now, like, I've got it in my head, and I feel like I've been trying to make things that are a little more visually pleasing than the past ones, or just interesting in general. Which is, like, cool, but also it's like, oh no, I put extra work on me. But at least they have, like, a thing going on with them. I never thought bookmarks. I never did. I thought these are warm-ups. Oh, Knight, I don't know if you've seen the other ones. Like, these are the other ones that I've done. Like, I've done a warm-up one, like, for each stream, just about. Like, there are so many. They're all over the place. Oh. They're warm-ups. Like, I do these, and then we go into the actual piece. A bookmark with a ghosty sticking his face above the papers. Girl, look, I don't think about that kind of stuff. The last time I tried to make bookmarks, I got really excited because I thought they looked really cute, and they were like, it was like a fan art bookmark. I'm like, this is gonna be simple. It's only a couple bucks. Like, it'll do well at Artist Alley, and I think I sold like 2, if that. So like the idea of like doing bookmarks, just, I don't know. Make these collages and use them in your portfolio. I guess I could do that. I have not touched or created a portfolio and I don't even know how long. Like, I have my website, I've got my professional website, and I haven't touched it in so long. Watercolor paper, put a tassel in them. I wouldn't put tassels in them. I think that's too much for me. Too much. Your website looks good. You shush. But some might like them. Yeah, a tassel option. I don't know. I don't like tassels. I personally don't like tassels on bookmarks, so like I wouldn't want to put, I think it's because I don't like it, I wouldn't want to put it on it. Because like what's gonna happen? Like somebody is gonna be like me and they'll be like, why'd you put a tassel on that? And I'll just be like, I don't know. Some people like tassels. And I want to be like, yeah, I put it on there because I thought it would sail better. If I don't like it, then I won't put it on it. I'll do it for 3D print little bats and attach them to the strings. That actually sounds kind of cute. But I definitely do not have a 3D printer. And you'd have to have like a pretty heavy cardstock for that. What I might do, and I've been thinking about it, like, how do I create content for people who are subscribers or people who follow Ko-fi and stuff? And I was thinking like taking these and seeing what I could do to alter them. So like maybe people who are subscribers or follow whatever service I end up going with, they get either a bookmark in the mail, like it's part of a club, and then like they get a wallpaper to put on their phone or something. It's going to flip. Wait, what? You're going to flip. I'm going to flip out on you if you don't do this. Literally off into, oh no, oh no. No, you can't flip it to an incinerator. No. Look, those, I'm going to be doing something more with these. I just haven't decided entirely what, so I'm just spitballing ideas and stuff, that's all. Plus, I don't know how 3D printing really works. Like, I get it, and I have a friend that's got like a 3D printer and he does quite a bit of stuff, but I would not know how to make the models. I know they can be made in Blender, but I've tried Blender enough times to know that it's just not for me. Do we have the same ink pen? We might. This is just like a really cheap wooden thing that I got off Amazon last year, and then this nib is, I've got two of them. So it is the Speedball 101 is what I'm using as a nib, and then the ink that I'm using is the Zig Super Black ink, so it's the Kuretake ink, and I've really enjoyed it. At the beginning of the Inktober this year, I was using Sumi because that worked the best on this paper compared to the inks that I had, but I wasn't like over the moon with it. And I think that's also because my Winsor Newton and all that was just old and it was drying out. But this Kuretake is nice. It's very nice. Because of the climate, I think, though, it does dry relatively quickly on my nib, so I have to clean my nib a lot so that I can continue getting really fine lines. I think if I was working on a bigger pieces and I was able to put more pressure down to get like big flowy lines, then it wouldn't be a problem. But because I'm doing such fine detail work, I am cleaning the nib quite a bit. But I'm also like realizing that I am also doing the whole thing of not re-inking my nib as often as I should, so I think that also is playing into a fair amount of the needing to clean it pretty often. Like I'm just letting everything dry out because I'm not re-inking or re-dipping the pen enough. Little vines. Again, should I have looked up what a pumpkin looks like? Probably. Would have been a smart move. But I think we did okay. Seen enough pumpkin stuff popping up on my timeline, I think. That Central Pumpkin stock photos. Oh my gosh. We're not supposed to be typing in AI generated. I wonder if that word is banned in Midjourney. Central probably is. Probably. It's so wild, the terms that people are trying to use to get around the no pornography gore stuff. In Midjourney, at least. Like, because I'm currently paying for that blasted subscription, which I had to pay for a second month because I didn't get everything done in 1 month, which is annoying. Aisley, hello. Biggest fan, thickest fan. What's Central Pumpkins? I don't know anything about Central Function. I usually don't go into the Midjourney Discord that often, because I have it set up on a private server in Discord instead, and I just deal with it that way because I didn't want to deal with Midjourney bot in my DMs. I don't know, there was something weird about that. I was like, no thank you. No thank you, please come again. But I had to go in to check on something because like I was working and suddenly the bot went down. I'm like, oh, this would be outside of normal maintenance time. Let me see what's going on. And sure enough, it was down. It was just overloaded. They had to do like an emergency update kind of thing, which is fine. But then I was like looking at the prompts that people use, and my gosh, golly gee Bob, some of the prompts are just like everybody knows what the person's trying to do. And it's wild too because like Midjourney is made ideally for you to give a very small prompt and not add a bunch of stuff on it afterwards. And like people will do like 200 or more words to describe the art style, I guess, that they're looking for. And it's so stupid because it pumps out the same stuff essentially that you would get if you just, you know, had that one word sentence that was just really well constructed. I know that there are other AI apps out there right now where like you can highlight areas and say, keep this, but change this kind of thing. But Midjourney is not like that. You can now re-prompt, like you can edit your prompt when you're looking for variations by quote unquote remixing. But I don't know. I just get a kick out of a lot of it right now because like it's getting bad, I think. Like too many people are on it. Too many people are arguing that, oh, it's gonna change art and all this stuff. And my thing is still, no, the people who are using it the most are mostly people who were never going to commission an artist in the first place. So I'm not so certain like people saying they're losing money out on stuff is accurate to that extent. I mean, it's different when it's big companies, right? I think more so the issue is going to be misrepresentation because people are going to think that a certain artist did something when in fact they did not, and AI did it. I think that will be an issue. I don't know. There's also have been useful for me to continue idea generating. And just incorporating it into part of my process. It cuts down on some of the kind of guesswork that I would do normally, which I enjoy not having to worry about that because now I can focus on other parts. Like Karen discovers AI art to create the perfect manager. Oh my god. She wishes. Karen wishes. And honestly, like I don't know, but I do know my opinion on most of it. It's more so the community that's surrounding it, and getting the most attention out of it. That is just the freaking worst. Just the worst. Some of the worst type of people, I swear. But I do take slight issue when people are arguing like, well, I'm an artist just like you because I use this tool, and it's like, you're not, because you're only training your eye to look at like aesthetic, right? Like I can look at what was prompted and tell you the anatomy of that is off. How far is it off? It's off by a 1/4 inch, or like for some reason it added another layer of rib cages. There's like extra ribs in that person's torso. What's going on? Why is that your design choice? Why is that your art choice? What's the significance of that? And if the response is, oh, well, I liked how it looked, I'm like, okay, so you're trying to do a Dada Duchamp thing going on here, like art for the sake of art? Because if that's the case, then you need to have more context for what you're doing. Otherwise, all you're doing is aesthetic. So saying that I'm an artist just like the fine artists that are sitting down and doing oil painting, I would argue, not hard, like I wouldn't hard argue over it, because if that's somebody's standpoint, you're not going to change their mind. And it's not the idea of changing their mind. They will not be capable of listening. So why would I waste my time? It's fun when Tigers goes art nerd. Look, like I think it has a place. I think that it has a wonderful, amazing place. And it should be used as a tool, but when people, because there was somebody recently that did like an extremely long rant, of course, because it was Facebook and they're like practically a boomer at this point. They're Gen X, so I consider them a boomer at this point. Like talking about how important and how good AI art is, and how they're a legitimate artist, and how it's going to replace all of the gatekeeping that happens in art and stuff. And I'm all like, what part of the industry are you a part of that's gatekeeping you? Because if you're in like the actual industry stuff, yeah, there's some gatekeeping, but not to the extent that you're talking about. And it's like, it's just people who aren't part of the community, aren't part of the industry, jumping in and doing stuff and thinking, oh, this is gonna disrupt this thing that I know nothing about. Yeah, like, I think the biggest thing in gatekeeping, of gatekeeping in art is usually, like, what? People are too poor to get supplies? Like, the cost is what the gatekeeping is. So if that's what they're referring to, then okay, that's cool. But, like, when you can't do anything other than tell an AI, look at all of this other stuff, come up with something that's similar to this thing for me, but then cannot tell me what your specific design choice was. Like, why do you have the armor on that character look like this? What's the purpose of it having this look like that? What's the purpose of this looking like this? And the response is, well, that's what I put the prompt into the AI and that's what the AI produced. That's not good enough for me. It just isn't. Because if your art can't have context and it can't have reasoning and you cannot defend your art, then things need to be done with the technology. It needs another step. Other things have to happen. That's why I see it as like an amazing, wonderful tool. But it's not an end-all be-all for me. Maybe it could be like in another 20 years. Because I think of like how when people got into Photoshop and they're like, oh, when you do stuff with Photoshop, it's not really art, you're like cheating, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, there's like a lot you have to do. You got to do a lot to get a piece in Photoshop from point A to point B for a minimal thing. And it hasn't been until like the last 5 years or so that like the technology has gotten to the point where we know what people are looking for, what people want. Now we can make a button, and this button you press and it's gonna take care of what like half the people want done or what they're looking for. Tyler, 1 whole year? Oh my golly gosh, gee Bob. Okay, how many words does our little subscription baby, how many can they say at 1 year? How many is it? I can't remember how many words a kid's supposed to be able to know by the age of, but once they're 12 months old. Is it like 150? 150 words? I wonder how much it is. I know that there's like an official amount that like they use. Okay, so how many words does a 1 know? By the time your baby is 1 year old, they should probably be saying 1 to 3 words? No. No. That's so few. A child should be saying 10 words by 15 months, 50 words by 18, and 200 to 300 words by 24. No. Still a baby, but no. My nephew, when he was 1, he knew. He knew about 50. Because he knew mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Yes, no. I think ba. Is that like his cup or his bottle or whatever? Here, there, bear. He had a teddy bear he walked everywhere with. Oh, if he needed his diaper changed, he would just go poo. Maybe your nephew will have his own laboratory like Dexter. I mean, he's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. Works in film now, so. You have a lot of words. Maybe it's because I watched him and I just wouldn't stop gabbing. It's like, yeah, I gotta figure out how to say something so she stops. So she just stops. Might have been it. But I guess it's true, because like I've had other nieces and nephews that didn't know, but I'm sure they knew more than 3 words by the time they were 1. Had to. Had to have. When do babies start walking? When do baby walk? Yeah, 6 to 13 months. Yeah, is when they'll crawl. 9 to 12 is when they start walking. Yeah. 8 to 18 months is when they'll take their first step. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a very nice, simple, chill warm-up one. Okay, so we got our warm-up done. Cool. Baby's gotta do what baby's gotta do. It's true. It's true. This is true. No lies detected whatsoever. Okay. So we already have this one as the decided piece that we are going to work on first. And we'll at the very least get that one done. Oh, I can show you the... So this is the one pencil that I got done today. This is like a really intense scene where the monster is attacking the traveler girl. And you can see off in the distance is the little witch going like, oh no, what's going on? And like all the ghosties are trying to pull the witch away. All the little creatures are like going, no, stop. Leave her alone. So. The frantic witch, yeah. So like this is the monster attacking the traveler. So then this is what the witch does. She comes in and does this to the monster. Let's see. She stops her. So. Eat. Okay. Let us get to inking this. I have extra reference that I can look at. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Do. Oh, don't forget to take your water. Drink some water. Jangabot is asking us to remember. Let me go a little closer in. There we go. That's better. There we go. Great. This is actually going pretty smoothly. I guess I'm just in a energized, let's get some inking done mood. Which is good. I needed to be in a mood like this for a while. So it's nice to finally be in one again. I finished the pumpkin and posted it to ArtShare. Ooh, let's go. Let's see, let's see. Oh, that's spoopy. It's a little, it looks like it's a little candle. It's 0. Oh, it is 0. Oh my gosh, it's the doggo from Nightmare Before Christmas. Look, Jenga's not a smart person. Oh, but that's so cute. I'm loving it. Oh, hood top. There we go. I have carved pumpkins. I don't do it very often. It's not like an every Halloween thing for me. When I was little, my dad was concerned I would hurt myself because I think I might have at one point trying to carve the pumpkin myself. So instead, he would give like my brother and I a Sharpie, and then we would draw on the pumpkin where the holes were supposed to be, and he would carve it for us. Yep-a-roo. I forgot how much you smell like pumpkin after you got one. Oh boy howdy. What kind of pumpkin did you get? Would you be able to toast the pumpkin seeds and have some num num pumpkin seeds afterwards? I know some pumpkins are better suited for that, and I guess a lot of the pumpkins that you get in the store aren't necessarily, like, if they're made for pumpkin carving, aren't, but some are. So weird, I'd ask. I've never been a pumpkin seed gal, but yes, they do taste good. Ambi, Hyper, hello, hello. How are you two doing? Hope you're ready. Heck yeah, I am. That's why I started stream so early, to make sure that you have more than enough time so I can get ready. Getting a pumpkin is like getting a skunk. You'll never be able to get rid of the spell. No one, probably. Oh, jeez. My ex really liked making pumpkin cheesecake. So we would go up to the, like, this apple place, like this entire valley area. And there was like this one place where you could get like the best, like, freshly made apple donuts. But the other thing that they had were a bunch of different types of pumpkins, and that's where we would go. And he would like go and like, he got so intense about his pumpkin picking. But like he would usually, I think it would be a cheese wheel pumpkin would be the one that like made the best pumpkin cheesecake. Doing well. Been a while since I've dropped in. You do usually stay. Yeah, I do usually start pretty late for you guys, or for y'all over there. But because of the campaign tonight, I needed to start earlier. I don't mind starting earlier once in a while too. Like, it's kind of nice because I feel like I can get like an extra head start on stuff, but sometimes like you just, you've got a really long work day, and last thing you want to do is like, as soon as you finish working, jump right into streaming. Like, sometimes I really need that decompression. So I don't know how often I'll start this early, but maybe some days I'll start earlier. I want I want to bring back doing things. I want cheesecake now. I'm sorry. It was, and I have to admit, it was really, really good cheesecake. He's really, really good at making a pumpkin cheesecake. Could not cook chicken to save his life, but pumpkin cheesecake? Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yes. So good. Oh, but so like I've been thinking since it's towards the end of the month of like how I want to continue streaming, what I want to do. And I think one of the things I'd like to do is bring back like a night where um, I'm trying to just, get good, I guess, by looking at master works and interpreting them or doing how whatever it is I feel like I need to understand or embody that masterwork. I only did it a couple times, and I think I got really in my head about it. Um, but I think it was a really, really good practice, and I kind of want to explore it again. I also want to, so like days like that, it'd be nice to start a little earlier, so I'm getting a bit more time in for it. I also what I want to start doing is doing streams where like we're just gonna kind of do art together. So those would be nice to probably do earlier. And when I say art together, I've put up like, hey, if you want to art with us, these are the supplies that you're gonna look to get, and we're gonna do pretty much like a therapy art thing, but using art to instill confidence and learn and explore. There are a couple people on TikTok that I really like and I really dig what they're doing. And I figured that would be like a good jumping off point to use as like oh, this is what we're gonna do. I think that could be fun. And eventually, like things like monkey paws will come back as well. But I probably won't do that every week. Doing that one once a week is a lot of work. It's a lot of brain power. So I've just been kicking around like things that I want to do on stream. I want to just do a lot. I want to experiment, I think. different types of trees in this one scene. But I guess it makes sense because it's right next to the witch's hut. So she would definitely have like more than one type of tree around. Okay, homework time. I'm probably not going to be back, so good night, good luck, bid you all farewell. Okay, Bee, thank you so much for hanging out. Take care, take care. Distracts? Look over there. Distract what? What? Who? When? Where? How? Why? If. I see what you're doing there. You're distracting me. Well, joke's on you, because by giving me that distraction, I'm now looking at the overall piece and seeing how much we have done in such a short period of time, and I am floored and I am proud. So, haha! Her plan is backfired! You know, something I want to be mindful of is that at the edges of these branches, I'm gonna probably do a bit more of like this here, to just make it look a little more craggly. It's got more going on. Alright. Just gonna keep going. Keep grooving. I think it's coming along pretty well though. I really wish my eye would stop twitching though. That is concerning to me. Eh? Oh, Raccoon Tune. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? How is it going? Also, enjoy your follower emotes. Hi, hi. Oh, those are super cute. Oh my gosh. Are those little Shiba Inus? Oh my god, it's so cute. I love them. I love them. My day is going really good. How about yours? It's going pretty good. I am pretty happy with how this inking is coming along. I think I have to clean my nib though. So I'm doing a bunch of like really fine details right now, so it gets clogged a little too easily a lot of times. So yeah, but it's going good. It's going good. Yeah, I gotta clean this bad boy out again. I'm just getting out of a little bit of a sad slump. Just like had a few consecutive bad brain days, and today I've been able to like properly focus and be on task, and we take those days as mega wins. So do you do art? I hate drawing with ink. I always mess up. Oh no. Yeah, I used to be really intimidated with ink, and then this is the first, second, third. This is the fourth Inktober I've done. So I've gotten a little bit more brave with a lot of it. Yes, I do art, but not often. Oh, okay. I hear you. I see you. Sometimes you can't. There's like, you gotta do it when the, you know, the inspiration strikes kind of thing. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. You are, everyone is welcome, and you are more than welcome to hang out and chill. Sorry, I'm like looking at the nib. I'm like, how do I get this one spot off without hurting the nib? Ah. I did the first 10 days and then forgot about it. Oh no. I mean, you know what? I bet you those first 10 days rocked it though, and they were so good, you didn't need to do the rest. Also, it's Inktober. You gotta do it however you gotta do it. I hate the idea of like people getting, not hate, I wish people would be kinder to themselves if like they start and then they stop or they miss days or whatever, because like it's just supposed to be a fun thing that gets people like to, as a community, to kind of work towards something to better themselves. And when it just becomes no fun when people look at it as like, oh, it's an assignment, I gotta get, if I don't do this, I'm gonna get an F or it's something. It's like, no, you do how much or how little that you want, and all of that is awesome. God, do you? It's just a fun challenge, yeah. You'll get back to it when you feel like it. Yeah, exactly. Like, And then like for this one, for this year, I feel like my Inktober's kind of did a weird level up. Not just a level up, but they just went in a direction that I wasn't expecting them to go in. So I wanted to just create a bunch of images or illustrations that built a world. So it was just supposed to be like world building kind of things. And partway through, I realized I'm like, I'm not actually building a world. Like, yeah, I've built a world and an idea of a world, but there's a story in here. And so I kind of dropped doing a lot of the world building and instead moved more towards telling the story that apparently wants to be told. Which is cool, which is really cool. It also means that it feels like there's a bit more work involved in them now, which is fine because it means I definitely won't get them done by the end of October, but I was already behind, so it doesn't sound, it's not that out of the ordinary. That sounds cool. Yeah, so what it is a story about a witch gal who lives in like this swamp magical forest area, a bog witch. Though bogs are more like peat moss and everything, and a swamp is like more overgrown. Anyway, I digress. So it's a story about her swamp and her lands and how she lives there by herself. And she has created these magical creatures that kind of hang out with her and chill with her. And that's just what her life is every day. She stays in the swamp. She takes care of her creatures, her pets, her companions, and she lives by herself. But then one day, a traveler comes to the swamp. And the witch is very scared of having people come. So she's got like these creatures that patrol and they keep an eye on the swamp and to make sure that there aren't any dangerous people that come to hurt her or her little friends. But one day this traveler comes and yeah, it's the story about what it is the traveler is trying to do. The traveler is trying to give the witch a gift, like something that she needs, and how they go on a quest to get that gift. So cute swamp girl, how nice. Yeah. I got, let me get these little things in here. I can show you what her witch gal looks like. Just want to make sure I get that part done because my nib is just cleaned, so I can get like these nice thin lines. So I want to take that opportunity when I can. The big thing though is that I realized that it's like, okay, I started incorporating Copic marker, like color into it, and I haven't done Copic in years, like very, very long time. And even when I did, I only dabbled in it. I didn't do that much with it. But I realized these pieces, like the color can help tell the story and make it feel a little more magical, a little more whimsical. So now it's like, okay, I have to get the inking done. Cool, but then there's going to be this additional color inking that I'm doing on top of it, which I think is kind of fun. It's kind of neat. Just want to add some detail there. Okay, we're gonna do ink wash on those parts there. Okay, so let me show you. I can show you what she looks like. So let me see here. What is, oh, there she is. So this is our witch gal. But what the bog witch doesn't know is that no one can stop Jenga. Oh no. So this is our little bog witch gal. And this is like, she's got some ghosty friends, little kitty cat friend, little deer friends. This is another version of the deer friend. Yeah, so she's very silly. This is the big baddie monster that patrols the swamp to lure travelers in to pretty much kill them, right? Because there's got to be some sort of monster. This is one of her big old creatures that like just chills and like checks things out. Like, just like, hey, I'm here. Oh, scary. Yeah, well, I mean, she's still a witch, right? See, she's got lazy days like everybody. Yeah, at least this is another little cute creature. It's like a little owl bird thing. And she's made all these. These are the dancing lights. She goes around, she casts magic to set the lights up, to keep them going. They're chilling, but she's just, you know, she's a chill. She's not evil. She's just a witch. Oh, here's her with her little bunny and her little bat dude. And then the traveler, I don't have her inked yet, but I do have her pencil. Because I have most of the pencil sketches done for the story and everything, but they're just not inked. So this is what our little traveler girl looks like. So she's just a sweet little innocent, like, traveler girl. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like they get into her pack because there's the word that's heist in the prompts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So they got into her pack and they're just like proudly walking away with things like, I did this, I took this. So she's like, you know, she's a good person, essentially. And she's come to the swamp to give the witch a gift. Gift the witch needs. So small, yeah. Yeah, and all the stuff that I work in, I tend to work tiny. I don't work big. I've had, like, in the past, I had professors ask me why, and I don't know, there's something about it. Like, working big is really cool, but there's something special and intimate about working small that I like. I don't like doing big drawings. It is intimidating. I think that that's part of my thing as well. It's a bit intimidating. But I've done big, and it's also, honestly, it's a bit of a workout, right? Like when you have to like go and move with your entire arm and your shoulder. I mean, like, you should be doing, apparently, you know, you're supposed to be doing that at all times, but I mean, who really does it? Not me. That's for darn sure. Glenn! Hello! How are you doing? Oh, is it an Abbey Prey? Oh, okay, got it. I'm like, what is that behind there? How are you doing? Hope all is going okay. Yeah, it is. I'm doing a lot better today than I have been the last few days, so that is a good sign, I think. It's a good sign. Just see if I can keep it up. Fingers crossed. I had to paint on an A1 canvas for a project and it terrified me. Oh my. That's a pretty big, I think the biggest canvas I ever painted on. I'm trying to think. Was it looking great? Was it, how big was that? Was it 4 feet tall? I think it was 4 feet tall. So 4 feet high by however wide. It was a giant canvas, and I did not know what to do. It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't experimental, so I had no comfortability while painting. Oh no. Like, what do you mean? What about it was experimental? Great, I'm gonna pull my ink wash, my diluted ink out, because we are gonna do a little bit of ink washing. Here, let's get a tiny itty bitty bit brush here. Never again. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now I want to have her in darkness, but I do want to leave a little bit of an edge around her so that it's like the light does a rim. So I can go back if I want. And add in color, like a little yellow, or maybe just leave it as is, because it's gonna add that drama. And this is supposed to be the frame that kind of explains like that she's by herself, and that can be kind of lonely. I was doing one painting with 3 different points of view, kind of overlapping each other in a way. It was an experience. A mess of perspective, my teacher called it. Oh my gosh. So, kind of like, not like an Escher, but kind of, because like their staircase was like a bunch of different perspectives just folding in and on itself. Or like, there's like a cubist experiment that you can do where you take an item, say, what's something that's got an interesting shape? Oh, my safety shark. You take this little guy and you start drawing him like this, and then, but it's for the most part, I think it's supposed to be blind contour. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just supposed to be general contour. And then what you do is every minute or two, you turn them. And then you have to incorporate that drawing, that new perspective into the drawing. So then like what it is you end up getting an experimental piece of a single object that was rotated but drawn all on the same page. And you can't like... The idea isn't like oh, I'm gonna draw him, like, here's my paper, and I'm gonna draw him like this right here, and then he turned, okay, so now I'm gonna draw him down here like this. The idea was wherever they stopped to turn, you keep your pencil down, you turn it, and then you start creating, and it has to kind of try and make sense with the rest of the spin. Yes, something like that was what I was doing. Yeah, that is, I remember doing that in one of my advanced drawing classes, and like, I loved it. It's such a challenge, but like one of those really good challenges. Yes, it's a fishy. I think I've seen this fish before, probably here. Probably. This is my safety shark. I got him last September when I was back home. There was a carnival and I was there with my nieces and my nephew, and I learned to shoot a little BB gun. I've actually never shot one before. I'd never done any of those gallery shooting games before either. I did not know what I was doing. But I got him on the second bullet. So I was all like, oh, that's cool. Good job, Jenga. Good job. So he's Safety Shark. Safety Shark wants to make sure that you're giving yourself love. That you're loving yourself. And that you have had water. And you ate. And you're going to make sure that you get good sleep. Get good sleep. Come on. I know you want to focus. He's so concerned about you, he's blurry. There we go. Get good sleep. Good sleep. Good sleep! Good sleep, I know, right? That's something I can't do. But it was all imaginary composition, so I had to kind of freehand a scene from my brain. Oh, I see. I thought you missed with the gun and shot into a stream hitting it. Then you had to take care of it. No. Ew, love. Come on, Gray. It can be hard, but love is good. I did that exercise with a chair in my drawing 3 class. I did another one filled with color. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good sleep can be hard to get. I've not gotten the best sleep recently, so I get it. So like, I've put the ink wash on her here, but I kind of want to do the rest of all of this end up being Copic. I guess I could ink wash on this though, and if I wanted to, I could always go over it in Copic to kind of add more color into it. But if that's the case, then we definitely need to get a bigger brush. Feelings, ugh. Oh my gosh. Love is a joke with no punchline. Then it's not a very good joke. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. Just gonna do... very light ink wash, because after we know all of this ink is dried, I'll be coming back to the piece to put color in. But it is fun to put that down. Because really all of this has to be dark. Right. So how else do we make it feel good on me? So we know from experience that we have to let this stuff dry. Normal shark seems like jawful. Safety shark seems like lawful. Oh my gosh. Safety shark and responsibility frog sound like they get along. Maybe friends. I could see it. I could see it. So I've revived my white inks and I have a stupid amount of black cardstock. I don't even know what to do with it, to be honest, so I guess I'm doing this. Yo, if you can get white, I have such a hard time with white ink. It usually ends up being so transparent on me that I can barely do anything with it. Very, very frustrating. Okay, so we know because of past experiences, we have to let this ink dry, and that's the reason why we got 2 inks done. Oh, that one's upside down. 2 inks done yesterday. Boop, 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 boop. This one we put down some ink wash so that we get a little bit more of the mood. White ink needs 8 layers, I swear. I just always get so frustrated with it. I just throw my hands up in the air. Now, I've never used acrylic white ink, so I don't know if that would be any different. But like at that point, I just go for my Posca, because I even have a problem with gel pens a lot of times. That ink is just too thin. Dr. Martin's bleed proof white and Deader white is very opaque. That's what you're using. Just add a little distilled water. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that before too, Cindy. But I don't think I even ever bothered to pick it up. I'm like, no, I've got Posca. I'm fine. Everything's fine here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is Melody, hello. Those whiteout pens. I use a Posca, which is actually acrylic paint, but in a pen. In theory, you could use a whiteout pen. Using gel pens to put sparkles on my old art makes me cringe. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I love putting sparkles on things. I've been putting little dot sparkles on stuff in these, and I think it's lovely. I booped you for Uwu too, but realized you're live. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm live. I'm a live. Okay, I'm gonna go make breakfast, but it was fun chatting. Oh, okay, thank you so much, Raccoon. Take care. Hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, okay, so this is done, and I mean, we've got an hour before stuff. I'm afraid, here's the thing. I'm afraid that if I start another piece, that I'm going to go too long. I'm gonna go over. But at the same time, Discord, what? Overwatch? Was first said. Oh no. But at the same time, like, this would be a super short stream, and I feel bad because usually I do. I'm gonna take this off because we have to put a new one on here anyway. Right, just banging these out here. So what do I do? Because like this entire project, this entire Inktober has changed so much from when I first started this one. It's just kind of wild. And I'm happy that, I mean, you could always switch to Overwatch with us. I know. I'm happy that like I am following the joy in making this. do that. I might call early so that I can get something to eat. And I'm not running at the seat of my pants from one thing to the next, which is usually what I end up doing. Usually that's my go-to. That's my MO. Y'all gonna hate me for that though? I don't know why, but in my head, that's what I'm worried about. That's the bigger thing. That's the bigger thing. I'm worried about that. Do what you must because you can for the good of all of us except the ones who are dead. Aperture Art Stream Jengados. Jengados. Eat cookies, have popcorn. Ooh. No, I'm gonna make popcorn this weekend. I think that's gonna be my treat. That's gonna be my weekend treat. I'm gonna make some popcorn. Chicks. Drink a stein? I mean, I have wine. So here's like a really silly thing. Whenever I think about like, oh yeah, I've got a bottle of wine in there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a wino. I drink so much wine. That same bottle has been in there for almost 2 weeks now. No, a week. It's been there in there for over a week and a half, I guess. Yeah. And like I've had like 2 glasses from it, and they weren't full glasses, but like the concept of me being all like, oh, it's a weeknight, I'm gonna have some wine. I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a wino. But I know that's not true. I know that not to be true. Why not wine? Why not? I'll eat the world. I'll be a world eater. That's what Glenn wants me to be, a world eater. So, oh, here's another thing. I finally heard back from the nonprofit that I want to do those stickers for, to do it as a fundraiser. It has taken a very long time. I guess the website that I'm going to be using is called Fundraiser, and I think it's based in the Bay Area or something. Doc Holliday was the one that recommended that I use them, and I'm like, okay, cool. But their website like stipulates that I have to have something called a letter of subordination in order to be associated to the group that I want to fundraise for. And it's, I guess this letter is supposed to protect everyone involved from fraud, basically. Because it's like a legal binding document that they say that the nonprofit acknowledges that I'm raising money for this purpose, so I'm now allowed to use their name while I'm fundraising. Also, it gives a very transparent thing so that like this is who I'm raising this money for, this is where the money is going, and then that money is going to be deposited from like point A to point B. So it protects them and the website that I'm not going to just take the money and run, basically. Because if I were to do that, then they have this letter of subordination that says no, they can't do that, and then they can come after me for the money that they need or that I raised, which makes sense. And which is one of the reasons why I wanted to use it, because I wanted it to be legal, I wanted it to be transparent. But it has taken, and it will take, over a month for me to get this letter, because this non-for-profit's never used this website before. They've never had somebody use this website with them before. They've never had to do a letter of subordination, apparently. That's what they're telling me. Which I think is wild because it's a national network, but you know, it is what it is. So those stickers are, I'm like one step closer to starting that fundraiser. It just sucks because they're witch themed, so October's gonna be over and then we're gonna launch it, and it's gonna be like, I wish I knew it was gonna take this long. Because if that were the case, I would have messaged them in the beginning of September instead of the middle of September about it. At the very least to get a couple more weeks involved. And then also I sat and patiently waited for too long, and I started just like putting in new queries with them instead of responding to their original email because they were just taking too long to respond. And I think I became a really squeaky wheel. Because they weren't responding. They weren't responding to my follow-ups. They were just like saying nothing, and it's like, okay, no, that's not okay. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. So look for that. Yeah. What should our next one be? Let's see here. This is the pencil that I did today. I think it's funny that like I won't have all of the inking done probably by the end of October, but I'll have all of the pencils and all the ideas done by the end of October. Before the end of October, I think. So let us have this be the next one we work on because it's simple. It's powerful, but it's simple. And then I think of the ones that I have here, yeah. I'm just looking at the ones I have. Yee. So at the very least, I can put the tape down on this bad boy. Am I doing this the most efficient way? This entire thing? Probably not, no. But this is the way that I can do it, where my brain's not gonna freak out over all of it. Then this gonna be the way that I do it, though. That's how I see it. I'm peeling as you're placing? Oh no, what? Wait, so do you have like one more to do or something? Also belatedly, because I've been ranting. Hello, Dan. Hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. Two more now? Jeez Louise. And I mean, I know you're doing that because you're going to be traveling soon. But oh, you're a powerhouse. Absolute powerhouse. Okay. So this one is ready for tomorrow. I think we're just gonna do the one tonight. Tomorrow I should be able to do more. I might actually stream earlier tomorrow? Question mark. Yeah, this one will be interesting because I haven't really figured out the background. I do know that there's gonna be a lot of dark because she's like, it's gonna be like a lot of bright white and then darkness. So, but this one will be pretty cool, I think. Yeah. Let me see if, I think we'll just, we're just gonna call it for tonight then. So tomorrow I'll probably be going live earlier so that I do want to try and do as much catch up as possible because tomorrow is the 27th. So like in theory, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So if I were to get all of the inking, in theory, if I were to get all of the pencils that I have done right now inked, that would catch us up because I only have 4 pencils that aren't done. So at least the inking portion would be completed. Will that happen? I don't know. That's a lot of inking that I'd be putting on myself. And I have to look into a few things because there are some that I really want to have very colorful backgrounds on, which I know means that I'll be saturating the Jenga, have you heard the term placent? No. What is that? I've heard it now. I might have heard it before, but I'm not that smart, so I probably wouldn't know if I've heard it before until I look it up. Manner of speaking indicative of stereotypical African Americans? A blacks? Oh, you pronounce it black scent? Is that just like code switching? But like in a very not okay way. Mix or max. Black vernacular by a person who's not black. This sounds mean. This sounds really mean. What? And also I've seen and heard people do this kind of stuff before though. I don't even understand here. I did do that a minute ago. I didn't know that I did that a minute ago. I'm sorry. I can tell you right now that that was 100% never an intention. I just realized that the white balance is off. Like 100% never the intention. Let's see. A lot of ways. Yeah, that I'm looking it up on Urban Dictionary, or not Urban Dictionary, but dictionary.com right now about it. I'm like, okay, that's something that I took out of my, specifically took out of my vocabulary when I learned the background of it. And Blackson comes in 2003 on internet forums to refer to black speech in general. It was used again in 2009 to talk about the way President Obama was perceived to code switch in black versus standard English when speaking to black audiences. By 2010, however, black scent began to more specifically refer to when non-black people tried to speak black English, whether for clout or coin. The heck? Entertainers, especially female rappers and singers, have been notably accused of adopting a black scent throughout the 2010s. Examples include Iggy Azalea in 2015, Bad Body in 2017, and Ariana Grande in late 2018. Actress and rapper Nora Loom was also charged with using black scent in the hit 2018 romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians. These criticisms helped bring black scent into more mainstream discussions of cultural appropriation. So, examples. Y'all do not chop your words up. Y'all do not combine y'all words. Y'all do not have. So I use the term y'all specifically because it's non-gendered. So yeah, not intentional. Now I'm gonna be like hyper, like I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the VOD to see what you're talking about so that I can better make sure that I don't do that kind of stuff, because this is y'all is a Southern thing. If you use y'all normally, it's not a problem. Yeah, y'all is like it's a Southern thing, and it's also non-gendered, which is it's something that I would say a lot beforehand before I went to like I moved to California, where y'all got replaced with dude, but dude isn't necessarily appropriate for some individuals, and I've made a concerted effort to return back to saying y'all instead of saying dude or guys or things like that. But I'm gonna have to listen back. So thank you for like letting me know. It's specifically when non-Black people abruptly change into slang they obviously don't normally use. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to my VOD to see. Thank you for pointing it out to me though, because that is important for me to know if I'm presenting in that way. That's never, ever my intention. Like that instead of that, etc. Yeah, I try not to do that kind of stuff. That's an unnecessary burden. It could be great, but it's still important for me to know. And it's important for me to be able to check myself. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so we'll start with this one tomorrow, and I'll probably, I'm hoping I can start earlier, permitting that like work doesn't go crazy. But yeah, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to do that so that I can kind of maybe possibly get ahead or get closer to being on track, even though we still have to go back and we have to color all of these. At least the inking will be done, which would be really cool. So yeah. So if you aren't following me already, make sure that you're giving me that little heart here on Twitch, because you'll get a notification when I go live, or you can always follow me on my socials. That's going to be either my Instagram or my Twitter, or you can join our Discord. Those will usually give you notifications to let you know when I'm going live, and you can come and you can hang out. If you'd like to support me in ways outside of outside of Twitch subscriptions, you can always check and see what I have available in my store. I've got originals, prints, and stickers, or you can always check out my Ko-fi, and you can send me over a donation for a coffee. Nom nom. Other than that, I want to say thank you to all y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you, Gray, for modding. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. If you're watching this live right now in this live stream, or if you're watching it later in a VOD, thanks. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate all of your support as I continue this art journey. And I will see you next time. Okay, goodbye.